ranching has been, it's kind of been born and bred into me. We got a long history of ranchers. My granddad was in it on both sides of my family. Of course, my dad was involved very strong, and my mom, and I can remember when I was 6 years old, getting on old Goldie, the horse that we got for Christmas, and riding up on a hill and looking out there and dreaming about having a ranch. And this place we've got here today actually would qualify as a ranch, I think. And we absolutely love it here in this country. It's very similar to a lot of areas in the country area. The neighbors help each other. We get a chance to help them. We got to be a little careful. Some of the guys around here have a tendency to they want to drink beer and tell stories, and I have a little trouble with that kind of a situation. But we truly enjoy the benefits of being outdoors, and sometimes when everything doesn't work quite right and things aren't working exactly right, general ranch work can be overrated. But it's not only a way to make a living, but it's a way of life.
I guess we love the ranching because of you get to be outdoors, and I guess I am more of an outdoor person than I am an indoor person. But I was raised on a wheat and cattle ranch, not in the state of Montana, but in eastern Oregon, and we were raised outdoors. We were involved in anything and everything, and I think with ranching, that's one thing that you can be. You're involved with all levels of people, with all levels of any type of industry, whether it be the cattle industry, whether it be the food industry, whether it be just people in general.
Rollin Rock was started by my folks Dale and Betty Davis in 1956. Rollin Rock Angus has been based upon the basic philosophy of cattle that will fit our environment. It's based on a purpose, it's based on a goal, it's based on within herd performance selection. And we've selected cattle over the years that have fit our environment, which is pretty harsh. But when we do that and the cattle will work here, they'll also work in any other environment. We have a philosophy here: we want the cattle to work for us and we don't work for them.
One thing that I think makes our cattle easy to sell is they're raised out in the harsh environment. They have good feet, they have good leg structure, and they stay around for a long time. The females that we have on the place, or the cows we have on the place, have been here a long time. And if they don't breed back, then they're gone.
We try to follow up after we have the progeny of some of the bulls that we sell, and we will follow them through the feedlot, and we continue to make sure that what we're doing on a genetic basis on breeding these cattle and moving them on to the commercial industry is that the cattle will go ahead and perform not only in the feedlot but also on the rail. It's become very apparent that the quality is going to be the driving force. People are going to want to have a good piece of meat when they get something to eat, and if they can get a good piece of meat and a good steak, they're going to come back and buy it, and the price is not going to be the driving factor. We need to create a want instead of a need for high quality meat, and we've done a lot of that through certified Angus beef. One way to continue to do that is constantly watch and constantly monitor what the cattle are doing and the progeny are doing out of the offspring that you sell. We were very fortunate a couple of years ago to receive the Seed Stock Producer of the Year award, or award for excellence at Certified Angus Beef. We think part of that was due to what we call the real world summary. We've got over 20,000 head of cattle that we've got whole herd closeouts on from our customers. We're at 85% choice or better, 9% prime, and 42% CAB.
I think with the type of cattle that we do have in the Black Angus breed, they're here to stay. We're here to stay. The line of cattle that we have on the ranch can work here. They can work anywhere.
We have average age of the cow herd is slightly over 4 years old. We put a lot of selection pressure on these cows, and they've got to go out here and work. We select them based on how they do on their production. The main thing is that they have to go out here. They don't get pampered much. I tell people sometimes that what we feed these cows in the wintertime is we grind up those wood posts, and we're about out of wood posts, and we're starting to get into the steel posts now, and we're going to put a lot more weight on those cattle when we get that steel post ground up. But they do have to work outside. They do have to work in the real world environment, and based on those inputs, we measure the outputs, and that's how our selection pressure is made. I think the biggest satisfaction a guy gets out of ranching is there are a lot of job situations in this United States and around the country, but that aren't a real quote production oriented. And when you can start out with some grass and turn some cows out on it like this, and then you harvest a crop, and that's a renewable crop, and you can do it every year. It gives a guy a lot of satisfaction, and I think that if you can improve that crop each year and improve the base of where you're at and where you're headed, I think it gives a guy a lot of satisfaction by actually seeing something happen in front of your eyes and knowing that you had a part in actually producing something from natural resources that are renewable and keep coming back.